It's time for another season of The Palmetto Porch, an original podcast from Discover South Carolina. I'm Devin Whitmire. Join me as I get to the heart of what makes South Carolina such a great place to visit by speaking to the locals who make it so special. Premiering December 5th, find The Palmetto Porch wherever you get your podcasts. And for more information about our show, visit scpalmettoporch.com.
Good morning, players and players. I'm just joking. What up, though? It's Shan. This is the Cozy Womb Podcast. Thank you for listening, and good morning. Hope them teeth is brushed. Hope that tongue is clean. Hope you mouthwashed. I mean, we only want to give people the best parts of us when we go out in this world. If this school bus don't make this turn. So this is kind of like a drive-in, but not really, because this is an episode I wanted to do. And it's quite fitting at the moment because, damn, it's a damn train. Not because it's a train, but because I'm listening to a podcast called Atlanta Monster. And what it's based off of is the kidnappings that happened in the 80s in Atlanta with young, predominantly black boys at the time, and how the city really didn't want to admit that, yes, it was racially targeted. Yes, it was demographically poor children who were kidnapped and picked up off the street and killed for those who were found. But the underlining issue that brings me to this topic is stranger danger. And I've been wanting to do this episode for weeks now. Mainly because I have a very friendly 4-year-old, and before she started going to daycare, she wasn't really around people like that. And people coming to my house, I never allow people to come to my house unless you gave notification that you were coming, or my mom, set up one of her clients that she was sewing for to come. So nobody really came to the house, but when she was around new people, she always, go up to them, hug them, say hi, and just start up a conversation. And that's how she is now. But now that she's 4, I'm trying to teach her personal space, things you can't do with people you don't know. What kinds of people are people you don't know? Don't sit in men's laps. Jason is pretty good at that. Ari's dad, telling her that, reminding her not to do that. Also, positions not to sit in. In public, when you see other people in public at parks, just because they have kids there, or just because they're there at the park, doesn't make them, someone or not a stranger. People that come around people that you don't know, they're strangers. And to be honest, the people we always think we know and what they'll do and what they won't do, at the end of the day, we don't know. Because a lot of the times, most of the times, people only give off what they want you to know. And stranger danger is real. Like, I can remember when I was around 9, 10, and I lived in Maryland with my mom and my brother. And we lived in Laurel, which is in PG County, and we lived in some apartments, and there was this guy across the street. There was tons of buildings, and there was this guy, not across the street, across the hall, he lived with a woman. I don't know if they were his kids or not, but he lived with a woman that had kids, and he would purposely come out his house in his robe, or come out and sit at the top of the stairs where I had to pass, other kids had to pass, and just sit there and like try to tug on your arm when he said hi or said something to you. Or whenever there was an ice cream truck, he always wanted to offer to give you money to buy something from the ice cream truck. And you know, my mom was like really like wary of it, and I'm just like, ugh, like I just like I knew something was wrong with it, and I was just like, dog, why are you out here and all the other adults are either at work or they're inside minding their business? And so as a child, things like that do come off weird. Things like that do come off like, you know, you're unsure about it. But you have to help your child pick up on clues like that. The only reason that I picked up on clues like that was primarily because at that time for children, they actually wanted to play outside. Like, I remember if we didn't have school, you were out the house by like 10 o'clock after you had breakfast, and you probably wasn't coming back to about 6 something. My mom was like, don't let the lights come on and you're not in the house. My brother, I would say, stayed out a lot more. Instead of him ask permission to go over friends' houses, he would just go. And I guess because he was 3 years older than me at the time, my mom just felt like he knows what's right, what's wrong. He knows, you know, if he was in trouble to call me and let me know, so I'm not worried about it. But for me as a girl, and I'm not saying, you know, just because your child is a boy or a girl to be less worried or more worried, because people are creeps. Creeps are creeps, men or women. So you just never know. But I'm more so saying, when your child is a certain age and may not be knowledgeable of certain things, more things can go wrong. And because I was younger than my brother and I was a girl, and I knew what felt creepy at that time, I let my mom know what that guy across the street was doing, and I let her know like how it came off. So I remember one time, I guess I went outside to play, and instead of me opening the door, she opened the door. This man across the hall came outside buck naked with his robe open. My G, I didn't see it, but my mom said that's how he came out the door. My mom said she called the police, and they came and they arrested him. I don't know what was said because I was young, but I remember he had this old cutlass that was green, and sometimes that's how I would, like, when he parked in the main front parking lot, I would, you know, use that to be like, well, I'm not going outside right now because I see his car. And I don't know what the police did, but he started parking not in front of the building, but at the side of the building. And I never knew when he was inside or outside after that incident, the apartment. So whenever I saw his car, I just made sure I either stayed away from my apartment because I had to pass his door to go to my place, or I would wait for me to find my brother outside so I can go in with him. But no child should ever have to do that when a grown adult doesn't know their place. And stranger danger is important. We have to teach our children what clues to pick up on. We have to teach our children emergency numbers, what to do, what to say, when to scream, when to state when they feel uncomfortable. And really, honestly, turn off the radio, turn off the music, get off the phone, turn off the TV, and let's really discuss with our kids, how was your day? What happened today? Like, it sounds stupid, but it's very important. And I feel like communication wise, today we're failing when it comes to face-to-face discussions with people we love and we care about, because we're relying so much on, oh, you didn't text me, or you didn't call me, or you didn't Instagram message me, or you didn't hit my Snapchat. Like, you can talk to your kids face to face, and the sincerity and you wanting actually to know about their day in detail, it's not gonna come off like, oh damn, you being nosy, or what you need to know, or why. When I pick up Anya from Ari's granny, and Ari, and if I don't have her, we get in the car and I turn off the music. Sometimes I'm on the phone and she'll be like, Mom, I'm like, Anya, wait, I'm on the phone. But most of the time I'm not on the phone, and I pick her up, that music is off unless she asks to turn it on. And if she asks to turn it on, probably 5 minutes into the ride, I turn it down and I say, Anya, how was your day? And then she'll tell me good or bad, or I don't know. And then I say, what did you do today at Granny's? And she'll go into detail. But we have to open the door for those, talks to happen, because a child is not going to be like, hey, Mom, get off the phone. Well, Anya is, because Anya does be like, get off the phone, I want to tell you about her day. She's meaning herself. She talks in third person sometimes. And I'll be like, okay, and I'll listen. Sometimes, because she can't format her sentences correctly all the time, I'll have to put it together. And then I'll ask her it in a complete thought, and then she'll either give me a yes or no. Or she'll tell me, no, that's not what she means. But I listen to her. And that's the key. And building with your kids is listening, because they're not stupid. They're smart. And, when I take them shopping, not all the time stores will have carts. So it's not where I can always put Anya in a cart. Most of the time I'll have Ari in a stroller, and Anya be walking with me if we're going into mall or into any store that doesn't have carts. And Anya will find something she likes and start talking to people in line, start talking to people in the aisles. I took her to Perimeter Mall the other day, and we went to go get Ari's ears pierced. And she saw a lady just walking in the mall minding her business. She said, hey, you're cute. So the lady was like, what? And she walked up closer to her, but I was near. And she said, what did you say? And then Anya was like, I said, you're cute. I like your hair. And so the lady said, thank you. But it kind of caught her off guard how open, Anya was being so young about her opinion of her. But, I, raised Anya to say, positive things about what she may like about somebody, or say hi when she sees somebody. But at the same time, Anya cannot differentiate between when you're invading this person's privacy by demanding a hello. And I tell her all the time, I said, Anya, people don't have to respond to you if they don't want to. You can say hi if you want to, but they don't have to say anything back to you. And she's like, okay. But sometimes Anya's okay to be passive, she just sort of say okay for saying okay. Sometimes she'll say okay because she understands. But please teach your kids how to interact with people they do not know, and what is acceptable and what is not acceptable, because it's important. Kids today, I don't think they really play outside like I did in the 90s. They're more sort of indoors. Toys and entertainment is more sort of indoor thing. Entertainment is more so you look down because you're on your phone or you're on a tablet or whatever. Nothing now is giving a child, be more aware of your surroundings, if you think about it. And that's scary, because it's kind of like, I remember when I was in New York, I would ride the train and purposely count how many people did not have their heads down in a phone. And I will go throughout my day and make a mental note that, Chantal, did you make an effort to speak to a stranger today and say hello, good morning, or make eye contact? And I try to do at least 2 a day where you actually make eye contact with somebody, because you never know. Let's say you're going throughout your day and this person that committed this murder, or this person that's missing, when was the last time somebody saw them? And I promise you, probably nobody would be like, well, I don't remember seeing anybody on the train because I wasn't looking at, my face was in my phone. Like, I don't want that to happen. So if it takes me to take 2 times to look up from my phone, or from being in my bag, or from looking at a magazine, just to be aware of who's around me at a particular times in the day, I'm going to do that. You know, here in Georgia, people don't walk around like New York. People are either in their cars, in the store, in the job, going to the parking lot, but nobody's really being super aware of what's going on around them unless it's causing a scene. And that sucks. It really sucks, and I think people really need to know when they need to do certain things as far as being aware of their surroundings, because you just never know what's up. And I want to be able to be like, you know what, I did remember seeing that person with that haircut, or that mustache, or that red jacket that day, and they did have on these type of shoes. Maybe that'll help you in something you're trying to solve that's important. You just never know. And I don't want to be the one that's so stuck on technology, or so stuck on looking in a book for leisure that I don't know what the hell is going on around me. And I understand, like, people who don't like to watch the news too, but it's kind of like, as a mother, as a parent, I would be doing a disservice to my kids by not watching the news. And I'm not saying all news is news. I'm just saying, just being aware of, you know, what's going on in the city. You know, what happened here? What's something I need to look out for? Is there a special notice going on? You know, shit like that. Like, I remember in New York, I used to get the New York Times. And then I would read the headlines and articles and stuff, and then it just dawned on me one day, and I was like, you know what? What the hell are they not putting in this newspaper that I need to know? And I stopped buying the newspaper because I was like, you know what? I don't want to be fed the knowledge that they just want me to know. I want to know what, you know, the government doesn't want me to know. I want those details. I want those stories. I want, you know, the news that doesn't make headlines for whatever reason. And a lot of news do not make headlines. Not saying that it's less important. It's just not the catchy story of the day. And the best knowledge that anyone can ever get, I would say, is through self-research. Self-research. And not everything on the internet and not everything written down is truth. Sometimes you have to actually talk to people who really live life face to face and figure out things for yourself. And, you know, everything is all around us for us to use to help us be better. We just have to make an effort to go ahead and use that. And I think it'll help us be better off as adults, as parents, and adults, please, who don't have kids, always ask what's acceptable to give or say to a child before you say it. Because you just never know how that person may raise their child, or you never know if that child has allergies or is a diabetic, and you just give them something for the sake of giving it to them. Always ask first. Don't give my child anything. Don't give anybody's child anything without asking first. That's important. That's consideration. Hello. Like, come on. Let's think. And I'm just really protective of my kids. And I know anybody else that loves their kids or loves their little brother or sister or cousin or nephew or niece, please teach them their phone number, their address, an emergency number, what to do if somebody grabs their arm, what to say to a stranger if they're lost. I do certain things to help ease me when I take Anya certain busy places with people, like the park. If it's an open park, I write Anya's name on the inside of her sneakers, on the sole. I have my number and name in her backpack, and I have Ari's dad's name in her backpack and phone number. I was trying to look for a number bead so I could make her a little bracelet so she can wear it, but I can't find number beads anywhere. I think I'm gonna have to go on Amazon.com and look for that shit, because I've been in Hobby Lobby, I've been in Michael's, and it's hard because Anya does not keep on jewelry. I've tried necklaces, I tried bracelets. I bought her a bracelet, I want to say last week, and she already lost it and she can't tell me where it is. So I have to find a way to put that on her somewhere, where she'll have it just in case something like that happens. I usually dress Anya in a bright jacket or shoes or color, that way I can easily find her in a filled park. And I love my kids, and a lot of people think, oh, she takes lots of pictures of her kids. When I get my kids dressed, I could close my eyes and tell you what they got on. And that type of detail is what a lot of people don't pick up on, but because I'm a creative person, I'm very detailed in what I do and how I do it. So I always take a mental note of what they have on for the day. Like right now, I'm in my car, I'm almost at work, but I can tell you Anya has on a white shirt with a floral circle on it, gray pants, white and silver sneakers, and a pink jacket, and then her outside jacket is pink with fur around the rim. And she has 2 pigtails. Ari has on a red jacket, outer coat is blue, main t-shirt is purple and pink, pants is gray, and her sneakers are black, and they're Nikes. And she has on 2 mismatched socks. Understand that you are the key to helping your child when they can't help themselves. And if they go missing, these are questions that the police officers and whoever's going to ask you while the world is judging you on why your child is missing. You don't know where they are. And you should always have pictures in your bag of what your child looks like at every age, at any age. You should always have pictures in your phone of what they look like, just in case anything happens. And know if you drop your kids off somewhere, who was at the house at the time, what they looked like, what were they wearing. You have to pick up on stuff like that. If I'm at home and I see a new car I haven't seen before, and I'm outside with the girls, I take a mental note of what that license plate is, what make that car is, and what color it is. These are things you have to do as parents, and stranger danger is real. And I just wanted to get this out there, this episode, because it's important. And let's just all be better people and more aware that you don't know everybody, you don't know everything, and knowledge is key. And we gonna be better people out here because we are knowledgeable and aware that we can all think on a higher level. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that, you weak-minded or you're less than a great parent because you don't do these things. But if you haven't done these things, start these things. Let's be better out here. This is Cozy Womb. I am almost at work, and that girl is on time. Hit me up. And if you have any suggestions on how to make your child more safe in public, or what you do to teach stranger danger, share them. Leave a voicemail on Anchor. Hit me up at cozywomb@gmail.com, cozywomb on Twitter. Leave some suggestions. Come on, talk to me. Till next time, guys. This is Shan signing off. Cozy Womb. Be great. Bye.